you.
Tyler,
I'm
great to
Ross.
meet you.
Hi.
Salvador, great to meet you.
Come on inside. I'm Ross Mathews. You might have seen me on the red carpet for E! Or Chelsea Lately or my podcast, Straight Talk with Ross.
This is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. You're so itty-bitty.
I know, I feel 12, but...
How old are you?
19.
Oh.
When Ross opened the door, I actually didn't initially recognize him, but once he started talking, I definitely recognized him.
I was gonna offer you Prosecco or something, but you can't even have it.
I know, I have to.
Do you want like a juice box or something?
You know, yeah. Give me like just a little milk bottle.
Come in. He's so much smaller than I thought. I didn't know they made humans that size anymore. Awesome. Have you ever been to Palm Springs before?
No, this is my first time. Isn't that funny?
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Do you like old people?
I love old people.
Do you like gay people?
I love gay people.
You're home.
Okay, and I love old gay people. So
we call that double rainbow.
Exactly. Palm Springs is the end.
I personally have never seen a medium, so I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of scared at the same time.
You want to come in the living room?
Sure, that'll do. Is that a coaster?
That's a coaster.
Okay, I'm not from here, so I'm like...
We call that a coaster.
That's a coaster. We didn't have shoes for schooling.
I'd like to know if I'm going to lose any weight soon. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. And what are you doing there? What is
so this is actually a notebook. And so what I do is I just scribble. And it's actually my way. Like, my head doesn't spin around or anything. But I just basically do this, and it just kind of calms me down.
Whenever I'm on the phone in a meeting, I got to doodle.
Scribble. Oh, I know, me too. Yeah, and then I start reading the person on the phone. I'm like, probably should.
Funny.
Yeah, so as I'm kind of getting information, you can just let me know what makes sense. If something doesn't, please feel free to let me know, and we'll figure out where it fits. And so we can actually touch on anything you'd like to touch on.
Because I've lost someone, I want to talk to people who've crossed over. Like, that's what's important to me.
So I'm going to start picking up on stuff. Give me 1 second. Like that. Okay, with that. Okay. What would that even be? There's a couple references to a couple different things. There's a very distinctly a father reference. So is your dad actually passed? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mom's still here, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So initially, I'm referencing to G. There's 2 G's, though. Oh, what's your mother's name?
Oh, that's a G word. Gay.
Oh. No way.
I know. Call
You're
the irony,
kidding.
please.
Oh, my Lord.
Gay Mathews. People send us Christmas cards to gay and gayer. Oh, and the last name of my grandfather is also G.
Oh, wow. So there's lots of G's.
Lots of G's.
Okay.
Wow.
It's interesting. When I'm connecting to the fatherly figure that comes through, immediately I'm going to my back, odd enough. And my back is hurting.
My dad's back always hurt.
Okay. There. Team Bambi. Randomly.
Bambi.
Yeah. Let me see the significance of that one. Bambi.
I know. He was a hunter, but he didn't shoot. He always said he didn't shoot deer because of the movie Bambi. He only hunted ducks.
Interesting.
How did he know Bambi? I mean, my dad would always say that. It's weird that he can do that because he's dead on.
There is a reference, and this is going to sound weird, but keep it in mind. There's a memory with a fish, and I feel like I'm grabbing the fish with my hand, and it's squirming.
Yeah, we used to go fishing together all the time. Cool. We had a song that we would sing to like catch fish. Like, yeah, it was a nasty, dirty song.
And, oh my, okay,
yeah,
that's
so
hilarious.
Can't say it on TV.
Oh my.
You wouldn't look at me in this house and think, oh, a fisherman. But he totally picked up on that, one of the connections my dad and I had.
Do you know if, it's very well maybe insignificant. This is one of those really weird ones. There's a joke about The Hobbit. You know,
oh my God, shut up!
Like, you know Bilbo Baggins with the hairy feet?
Ah, that's nuts!
Who's Bilbo Baggins?
I played Bilbo Baggins in 7th grade community theater. I was wonderful. People are still talking about
that's hilarious.
What a revelation I was. I was like in shock when he said that I starred as Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit. I love my dad bragging about it up there. Yeah, it was just some like rapid fire validation that dad was there. You know, that he just kept saying these things that were just so my dad.
There is a reference to the fact that I feel like when I actually pass away, this is someone who would have dealt with an illness or through a duration of time. It brings me the last 8 months of life, and it's talking about I don't feel well.
Yeah.
There is a reference, though, to 2 peaks of hope. It's kind of the way that I put this, 2 peaks of hope, where I feel like I have opportunity number 1 and opportunity number 2, but there's a significance on the 2.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and there was a remission, and then there was hope for like a stem cell thing.
Right.
And then it didn't work out.
Okay. I do feel like there's a reference to either missed hospital visit or a reference to this. And the only way I can describe it is like the symbol that comes through is like if someone leaves to go to the bathroom and then like, you know, and they think, oh, like I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be fine, I'll be back soon. Do you know if all the family was around him when he passed? Who was missing?
My brother and I were around him.
Because there was one person missing.
Mom she had gone home to shower.
But the feeling there is like, it's not that he's upset about the fact that she wasn't able to actually necessarily maybe be there in that moment.
Yeah.
Because he's already fine with how that was. Like, I don't feel a need for her to have to be there. When he comes to, he's very strong in the aspect of like, I don't need everybody to make a big deal about me. It's just like, I'm okay with just going.
It's just like, so them. They were good. Nothing was unsaid. They were good. My dad passed away 11 years ago. It's the most horrible thing to go through, you know, and he was too young and I was too young and he's missed so much.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure, right.
I think in the early days he was worried maybe that like people were making fun of me on TV. And I just always told him like, yeah, but like, okay, I'll win in the end.
Yeah.
And I wish he could have seen me win in the end, you know?
Absolutely, and that's one of the big things that he seemed to really put a lot of emphasis on is that even though he passed when he did, he feels like he has a full awareness of your career.
He does.
And all of that, and all of the advancement that you've been able to make. He feels like you took something that, you know, is you and is inherently you and turned it into a beautiful thing. Yeah. There is a reference specifically in talking about your sexual orientation. He just felt like he knew. And I think he knew for a while.
I would hope he knew because it meant he could hear and see.
Yes, and he knew. He was absolutely okay with this, that this was a good thing for him. That it's not something that's negative and not something that he's even putting much emphasis on, as much as he's acknowledging, I'm okay with this, I'm supportive of this, and does actually come through for you as well.
How cute
in
is
that
that?
aspect. So it's kind of a cute little connection.
I always said we've had this like weird connection.
Right.
So when you say that, that makes sense to me, but it's comforting to me. I felt very emotional about how connected I was to Ross's dad. I just wanted him to like me, even though he didn't know me.
He's just making it a point to acknowledge your relationship. There is that connection, there is that sense of like, now on the other side, he sees it more in understanding and having a full understanding.
It's like when you are dating somebody and they need to like meet the parents, you know what I mean? For that almost like stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Well, my dad never got to do that. So I feel like now he did, you know? It's like dad stamped you approved.
He likes me.
He really likes you.
I have to bring up the chihuahua.
You what?
I'm looking at a little dog. There's a chihuahua. There was an incident with a chihuahua.
You need to shut up a little bit. That's crazy when you do that.
This is going to sound a little out there, that there's a reference to the fact that people have tried to come through and that they've actually tried to come through, and I'm looking at a little dog, clear as day, and I can see it, but odd enough, I don't know if the dog like barked randomly or did something kind of weird, but there's like a weird experience with a dog where it's like the dog feels like it's connecting or experiencing a spirit. I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Our dogs are very talented, so I wouldn't put that past them.
Multi-talented, but there definitely would be...
So the dogs can see, like if my dad's trying to come by, the dogs would be like, really?
Absolutely.
I didn't know Tyler would tap into my chihuahua. That was a shocker and impressive. He could talk to chihuahuas?
And then also good to keep in mind, you both are going to have an opportunity to partake in two causes. And these are charity kind of opportunities, which is going to be great. So one is going to be actually emphasized on animals, which is good to keep in mind. Yes, the second, though, more interestingly, is focused on kids. I'm seeing something similar, reminiscent to like the Big Brother program. If you're familiar with that.
Oh, okay.
I liked him talking about us doing some charitable work because I was just thinking about that in the car today. I'm like, I'm so over myself. Like, I want to do something that doesn't benefit me in any way. I just want to sort of give back. My biological clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I want me some gabies.
You want some gabies?
Yeah. Do you see that for us? I mean, not biologically, of course, but...
Well, you sure can try. Yeah. But I mean, I am actually, interestingly, I see an opportunity to basically be like a father figure for a child without necessarily adopting the child. Is the only way I can
like a foster?
Yeah. But keep in mind, you may have an opportunity to basically just kind of have that aspect of kind of getting used to it on some level, get really interacting, and then I see that step.
You know, it is sort of a full circle moment when you think about how important it was for me to hear from my dad. At the same time, asking questions about wanting to be a dad. You know, the relationship between a father and child is like so special, and I'd love to have something like that. You know, I just hope to be around longer than my dad was for my kids.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's been so fun.
Thank you.
I loved it. Thank you.
It was very weird to be able to like reconnect with my dad a little bit. I really am like so grateful. You know, it's a gift that you don't get every day. He's good. But I'm like ready for like, I need like a cocktail. I need to just unwind a little bit. Because it gets you like on the edge of your seat. You know, I wanted more and then I kind of wanted to stop, but then I certainly wanted more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
you
it so much.
Of course.
I'm a believer now, and I was before, but now he's just like confirmed that for me and validated it. And it's just amazing what he can do at a really, really young age and how he's honed this skill too. He's like the Doogie Howser of mediums.
Get home safe.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Have a good day.
sweetie.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's crazy. It's really emotional, you know, hearing that my dad is proud and he sees me and he sees Salvador, because that's exactly what I was searching for. Exactly what I was searching for.